Go, Kit Kat, go! Oh, hot damn. Good rifle grenade. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot 170 bringing you another COH2 replay. This is a 4v4 on Red Ball Express. If you want to submit a replay like someone in here did, submit to greyshotproductions@gmail.com. That's greyshotproductions@gmail.com, and I may take a look. Also as well, take note that in the future I will not only be doing replays on YouTube, but also be doing replays on Twitch. You can actually catch me live. I will put up a video in advance when I'm doing it next, but actually the response on the last one was actually really good, except for my voice kind of failing me a little bit, which may do so today, we shall see. But had some pretty good results, so hopefully things turn out well, and we'll see how things go in the future. Again, I love doing replays in general, so the fact that I can now maybe do it more live, it sounds like a fantastic idea on my part, but we shall see. In any case, we have 3 Soviet, I believe? Yeah, 3 Soviet and a British versing 2 Wehrmacht and 2 OKW. Let's double check all their ranks. Overall, pretty even across the board. No real, like, brand new players, so everyone has a bit of experience. Remember, guys, if you submit a replay sent, make sure you have your title, your name, and description with no AIs or anything like that in it. Red Ball is probably one of my favorite maps because it is incredibly balanced, and again, in this scenario, looks like we're going to have it just the same with, again, the right side being more open, the middle having munitions in the VP, and the left point, of course, more forested close quarters. Now, these Sturms, the Volk squads, are trying to push back the allies, but the conscripts, along with the engineers are coming on in, are holding the line just enough for the engineer to be like, hey, where's that MG? Oh, it's right behind us. Awesome! And now it's going to probably start the suppression of these units, which is great, because, again, they can still pose a threat. And the fact that they'll now be suppressed, pushed back, will allow the allies to hopefully counterattack. There's only a Volk squad over here that I can see, and he's going defensive mode right here. Just, by the way, going over names, we have Conrex, Miller, Bryce, Jimmy, Ashba, 520, Kit Kat, and E-Gun. Great set of names. Looks like Axis have fully controlled the left-hand side. Allies are trying to contest mid. Soviet forces with Penals pushing on against Ostrupen, which 520 went. Let's see, E-Gun went breakthrough. We have, yes we do, Panzerfusiliers are actually helping out with the flank on left, decapping the point and moving in, possibly behind Soviet lines. Miller went, again, shock rifle, so IS-2 and shock troops to highlight. Conrex went commando for commandos and bombing runs, oh boy. Sniper on standby, but the Sturm Pioneers and Panzerfusiliers may take it out. Scout car coming on in by Miller, trying to stop them, but we can see a Panzerfusilier's AT gun, or sorry, AT grenade open fire upon it and possibly take it out, which we will see. Come on. Good kill right there. It's the small stuff that really helps out. And knocking out a light vehicle to stop the enemy from flanking you, oh boy, that's a huge win. Though Axis have yet to capture this, they are still contesting and holding the fuel on left, even if they're about to lose it, which essentially is keeping away from the allies. So right now, good job on Axis for keeping that under their control. Now, Volk squads did capture the VP point, so once again, that's going to put pressure on the allies, start bringing them down a little bit. Grenadiers coming in along with a ton of Ostrupen, which, remember, great on defense, great in cover, but that's about it. You need Battle Phase 3 to get the LMGs, otherwise they're good, very supportive-like infantry, but they're not, like, charge, let's take the line. They're very weak on the frontal assaults. They need to move cover to cover, especially versus a British player, which luckily he has a Panzerfusilier, so he can have someone who is who's able to adapt the scenario and get guys who have G43 rifles to counteract the British getting five-man squads and Bren guns. Meanwhile, conscripts trying to fight these grenadiers, once again in cover, so they'll have a little bit of trouble. Sniper, though, helping him uproot them. Although this grenadier squad might come in for a nice rifle grenade on the side. He is firing a rifle grenade. Go, Kit Kat, go! Oh! Hot damn. Good rifle grenade on his part, killing a lot of Soviet forces. Might get 2 squads wiped if he's lucky. Come on, get lucky. Sniper moving back, hopefully to help. Engineers trying to keep the distance for the sniper to keep things going. Allies via Jimmy managed to take over the right. Good for him. Looks like he's going to lock down the center. He has more MGs coming on up. Counter-ish point would be, even though he has MGs, the enemy is getting light vehicles of their own, which could be used to help break up that position. So we'll see if that's able to really break them up a little bit and get around their defensive lines. Meanwhile, we go back to mid, and engineers are still trying to fight. That being said, we have a lot of Volk Stern Pioneers just moving on in, capping territory with Ostrupen laying down a ton of cover. That's at least one positive. They're making a lot of coverage zones, so that way they can move up and make sure they get to cover while fighting the allied lines. Blob is trying to move in, but alas, being torn apart really easily. These guys don't have AT grenades, so the scout car is pretty much fine right now. I mean, you can always charge it with the idea that you have AT grenades, but he doesn't have anything. This will be a bluff. Meanwhile, Panzerfull Slayers and Sturms pushing on in against the Brit, who has 5-man squads and Brens. So very nice job there. Shock troops being deployed by Miller. 520, I believe, having 4 Ostrupen squads? He has 4. We already have 1. Now it looks like 2 scout cars will be deployed. Lots of infantry, though. Scout car will take damage over time. And the Panzerfull Slayers do not have enough men backing them up to really push. Though nice grenade will do some damage, although they're going to retreat. Stern Pioneers is well being suppressed by the Vickers machine gun, who's, I guess, they're just guarding this left area on defense rather than pushing forward, because they're like, yeah, we can't really push over here because of the defenses. There's a bunker. I believe, yeah, there's an MG. I like this MG position. They're like hiding in the hedgerows. Good job killing that scout car with just overwhelming. Oh, wait, no, they actually have AT grenades. They didn't use it, I don't think. Also, PDS rifles, there we go. Although, lots of light vehicles. AA half-track, just normal. Another scout car, putting a lot of pressure. MG, but with the smoke from the vehicle, it might stop them from sight, but it doesn't seem like it. They're still causing suppression, and the penal troops are still being torn apart by the Ostrupen. Probably going to die, and he does on the way back. Again, there's a point where it's like not worth it. This was a perfect scenario for the Ostrupen. Just hunker down, hold, and push the enemy back, and they tore them apart pretty quickly. Meanwhile, again, we have lots of light vehicles moving on through. The Brits having trouble just because, again, they're meant for anti-infantry, not AT. You could get a variant of them for anti-armor, but that's not what he picked. Luckily, Soviets bringing up AT, firing at the scout vehicle. Another shot should put it out of its misery. Good kill right there. And by the way, this game is literally put out of your misery. This game is coming out probably on Halloween, so happy Halloween to all my viewers, and hopefully you have a good time trick-or-treating, going around, going to parties, or whatever you end up doing. Maybe you're sitting alone at home. Oh my god, having worse, hopefully not, you can't be having as worst of experience as those British infantry that just got rifle grenaded. Once again, Kit Kat just excelling at the rifle grenades. But whatever you do for the holiday, even if you're just sitting around watching a horror movie, have a good holiday from Greyshot Productions. Meanwhile, some horror movies I would recommend. Of course, all the Godzilla movies. Highly recommend those. If you want something funny, Godzilla's Revenge. You want something serious, maybe GMK. But if you want some good scary movies, The Host, fantastic. Train to Busan as well. I also recommend Abominable. It's on Amazon Prime for free. Again, Netflix for the others. Was it? If you want a good like horror thriller series, like Parasite's a good anime for horror fans. Also this year, I would recommend. Oh, okay, Sportcon opening fire. The Conjuring series is fantastic, though. Don't watch the Annabelle ones. Really, 2 of them are bad. 1 of them's okay. So. For some of my favorites are Lights Out. It's a nice little small-scale horror film that I think does a really good job with its budget. And what else? I mean, there's tons of good horror films you can watch. My personal favorite, I would recommend Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. There you go, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. That should get you through Halloween with a smile on your face. Conscripts advance to try to push back these Sturms, which, again, at least preemptively searching for mines, but in this scenario, they may want to focus on, well, getting cover and holding. Volk squads as well taken here. We have Ostrupen slowly. I love how, again, he's making the lines to push up. That's very smart of him. Really well played. Panzerfull Slayer's not being upgraded. He has tons of munitions since they have both points. They're getting a ton. Luckily, the Soviets are calling in artillery to kind of push them back. We do have some medics. Hold on. Medicals. Oh, cool. Yeah, they're going around using the first aid ability. Grenade, getting a nice hit on the Panzerfull Slayers. Grenade going out, getting a nice kill, I believe, from the Panzerfull Slayers. Getting the kill on the conscripts and knocking it out. Hot damn. I don't think it was those because I don't believe they were shocked. Half track coming on in with AA. Gonna hopefully push these guys back. Again, very nice placement. Again, far enough away from the AT gun, you don't really have to worry. Oh, Pencil Slayer's barely making out, but oh, nice grenade, killing another squad. Lots of squad wipes this game. Hot damn. Sniper trying to help out, but there's just too many men. It needs to pull back immediately before it dies. Do you have a medical station? Yes, you do. You have the medics. You don't have medics. You have medics. You have medics. Okay, W doesn't, has it, doesn't. Oh, he's dropping medical supplies, along with having the medical supplies here in a retreat point. Anyway, Ostrupen charging forward, again, quickly gaining the cover. Fire being dropped, although Satchel going off. I don't think he sees it. He realizes a little too late, causes some damage to his Ostrupen, but he manages to get most of them out alive. Again, the fire ability still coming down. I'm assuming, yep, it's Acha going the first Doctrine and using a support gun to just light this area up. Which looks like it is, and he's doing a damn good job. Pushed a lot of the Soviet forces back with that fire and did a ton of damage. He actually, yep, gets the kill on the MG. Very good job. Meanwhile, we do have a cache over here, but we have 2 caches on the German side. Once again, Germans just doing extremely well with overall resources. Jimmy B going with Soviet Reserve. We have Bryce going B4. Always like a good B4 doctrine. We'll see how well you use it. And again, partisans could be effective on this map because you could decapture some of these points back here and essentially cut off the resource flow. Maybe not an encirclement, which a lot of people would expect, but you can't do that for the Allies. But it could just be something at least enough to do some serious damage and possibly cut the supply for an enemy that has way more than you. Meanwhile, we have a very forward Panzer headquarters building, luckily immediately going AA to stop that plane from getting additional recon from Bryce's recon ability. Again, he can knock out the plane. Helps out, although it looks like a lot of artillery's coming down on both ends. MG might have to reposition. Oh, yep, fire's coming down. He's definitely going to have to reposition. Otherwise, we can see some cooked Soviets. Wow, he's actually just being really lucky. Oh my god, fire's still coming down. Oh, not looking good. Really not looking good. Poor MG. It tried to help, but alas, too much fire. It's like, yeah, it's missing me for now on. And then the support gun's like, no, I'm just making it seem like it so you don't retreat. Now I'm going to kill you. Also, yeah, we have the mortar half-track, which I believe also drops some fire. So yeah, there's 2 guys just dropping it like it's hot all over this map. Shock troops might make it out. It's going to be close. Oh my god, they actually made it out. Good for them. So once again, Soviets trying to make counterattack. We have the British with upgraded weapons. Again, trying to hold against the German charge. Soviets pushing on right, but being pushed back. Good kill with the grenade on the retreat by the Brits, but Huntsville-Saliers, even out of cover, still doing a decent amount of damage. No upgrades yet. Still a little curious about that. Good kill right there on the Soviet forces. More Ostrupen coming on in. Jesus Christ. Just coming in full force. Though, let's not count out the other Axis members. We have the oh god, the Flame Hets are coming on in to help push back a lot of more Soviet forces on right. Things are not looking good at all for... Yeah, things are not looking all that great for the Axis. Oh boy. I'm sorry, for the Allies. The Axis are just overwhelming the Allies right now. They have all the main victory points and special points. Oh, the good kill with the artillery officer. And good artillery strike, killing a lot of Ostrupen right there. Lots of parts flying. God damn, this is a Halloween special. There's body parts flying all over the place. Watch, the goddamn, we're gonna see just a random either kaiju come in and start killing things, or we're gonna get like goddamn Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers come in and just start murdering people. I mean, there's enough dead bodies everywhere. Just look, they keep exploding in this game. Anyway, also they keep burning to death. So I feel like if you did Company of Heroes 2 in real life, just by the amount of bodies flying everywhere, you could make a good not parody, but a good horror like short out of it. And I'm even more so than normal war. War is horrifying, but like an actual like just the amount of like stupid like amazingness that happens in this game, you could absolutely do it and it would look incredible. Any case, Flameheads are moving on in. Again, breaking the cache, a lot of pushing forward. Katusha got a few kills, but yeah, this thing is advancing. He deployed some partisans as a last resort to try to hold the line. Again, can't fire the AT, but a KV-1 by Bryce comes in. He's trying to save the day, trying to push back the Axis. Good artillery. God, so many dead bodies in this game. Flameheads are being pushed back. And now we have the Obosodaten running with the KV-1 right behind it. Run, Obosodaten, run. Oh, he's down to one guy. Run, run. Oh my god. God damn. By the way, that was all of Ocwieja's forces. He has a ton of manpower, but that's everything. He has nothing left. He used all of it in that assault, so you thought it was bad for the Allies. The Axis just lost one of their main components. Though, again, Bryce currently has, like, no army to speak of. Jimmy has a very small army. Miller has a very small army. Conrex has actually a pretty decent-sized army. The Brits are at least making sure it's like, yeah, we keep our men alive. What are you talking about? The Axis are doing pretty well. I mean, like, Kit Kat has a decent force. Why can't I see Ugin? Ugin has a decent... Okay, he finally upgraded his Panzer Fusiliers. 520 has a huge Ostroupen force, so we'll see how well that does. Do you have a Pion in that? Yes, you do. Okay. This thing is barely alive. I'm assuming some concert... Oh, no. Oh, my God. We have the Stuka barrage coming on in, doing quite a bit of damage. KV trying to kill the flame. Or, no, I was going to say the flame half-track, but honestly, this thing has been deploying a lot of flames all over the map. So, yeah, even if it's a mortar half-track, it's really a flame mortar half-track at this point. That being said, the flame tank's like, yeah, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not really designed to fight armor all that much. I'll let the artillery and everything else deal with it besides being hit too much. I'm just going to heal, and then I'll just bring up my flamethrower. You haven't seen the last of the KV-8. Meanwhile, the KV-1 is going to engage a Panzer IV, which should be interesting. Again, both are going to have a hard time penetrating, but Soviets have no additional AT, so yeah, they're going to need this either a B4, if you're lucky, or maybe get an AT gun, Su-85, something like that to help out. This thing got hit by an AT grenade. Need to reman that AT gun to fire long range. Otherwise, that thing will probably escape. Again, remember, when it fires, it does a lot of damage toward infantry. So, again, I don't think there's enough. I don't think they really want to just chase it. Oh, Stuka coming in, just barely missing all of them. Again, KV-1 coming over. We have artillery being made now. Jimmy's building artillery. We have a Firefly being developed. E-Gun is getting another Stuka. Kit Kat has his Panzer IV coming out. Again, a lot of... Okay, there we go, a Panther. I was going to say a lot of medium armor, but they need some advanced mediums to really fight off the KV-1 and the KV-8 and the Firefly and everything else. Apache has a Panzer IV, but he's rebuilding his entire army, like I said. KV-1 desperately trying to get the hell out of there. Bryce, what are you making? Oh, just placing mines. Oh, we can see an AT grenade. Oh, already thrown. Damn it. KV-1. Oh, AT gun. And Firefly coming in to save the day. Come on. Panther being pushed back. Gets killed by some of the long-range AT. British and Soviet forces giving the Axis hell and trying to counterattack, but the KV-1 did die on the retreat. But enough AT is pushing back the Panzer IV. Might allow it to escape. The main machine gun is giving it away. Long-range AT not being fired and manages to escape. Looks like that location may have been hit by some type of strike, but being repaired. British infantry advancing with the Soviet flamethrower units, trying to burn away the Panzer Fusiliers, who are holding mid as strongly as they can. Good grenade. Gets a number of models killed, pushing them back. KV-1 advancing. Oh, sorry, KV-8 advancing with AT guns still backing him up. MGs over here are piercing rounds may be needed to hold back all this allied infantry and armor. Pack gun coming in to assist. Artillery's coming down to hit this position. Pack gun doing wonders, but once again, they're kind of grouped up. Although Ostroupen kind of moving on in, maybe for a quick Panzerfaust, while a Vickers machine gun tries to suppress the inbound infantry. Volkssquads try to take the munitions. Meanwhile, Panzer IV and Verkenwerf are taking the right, though partisans are putting an end to that. I like how the Verkenwerfer's like, shh, they won't see us. Oh, okay, never mind, they saw him. They definitely saw him. You may want to move it, man. You may want to move yourself. Meanwhile, Allied forces coming back in. That was a rough one, says E-Gun. Yeah, that was a rough push on their part, I would say. That was pretty damn rough. But allies are not done yet. Jimmy, again, has a good number of units now built up. Bryce has a good number, though, again, no B4 yet. Still a little surprised. More Pounds and Fusiliers being deployed. Kit kind of healing his tanks after taking some heavy damage on them. Not losses, just damage. But that being said, look, Axis still hold at least 2 major VP points. Plus, not only are they doubling down in mid, but they keep harassing them on right, which is just putting more pressure. Again, lots of Panzerfaust, but again, against the KV. Oh, Katusha coming in while they retreat. Unfortunately, they make it out of there okay. Stuka firing. Again, they also have a Panzerwerfer. Could be over this. They could kill it, honestly. Main gun knocked out. AT gun's destroyed. And the KV-8 manages to slowly back its way out. Oh! Panzerwerfer coming in! Misses just barely the KV-8. But the engineers are pretty much effed and need to pull back. So, yeah, go heal. Go heal, man. Meanwhile, again, we have a lot of armor currently healing. A lot of forces just prepping. Artillery's coming and just hitting this general area. I'm assuming what they're trying to hit is some of the armor in the back. Again, we had some recon provided by Bryce, but he doesn't have a lot of munitions. Allies in general don't have a lot of munitions. They've really just doubled down on fuel, but the Brit is not done yet, even though some long-range stuff is going into effect over here. He is taking the fight directly to the Axis stronghold on left, but the MGs are suppressing the infantry quite effectively. Firefly's advancing, but it'll take a little bit more time for the Fireflies to kill an MG. Luckily, well, nope, MG's still focusing on the infantry, but they managed to sneak their way around. Meanwhile, we have assault artillery coming in. Oh no, he's not moving his tanks. What's back here? Oh, shock troops. I don't know how you got there, but okay. Yeah, he's pulling back. He's like, this is probably not good for me. But assault artillery will hurt his own men if he doesn't be careful about that. MG, danger close. We have fire coming down to uproot it. They're like, just burn it. Again, we have Panzer IV over here. Stuka coming in. Oh, might get a good hit. Barely misses, but it does a little damage. We got Panzerfusiliers with AT weapons equipped with the Panzer Shrek opening fire, killing a Firefly, good kill, and coming around to push back the remaining bits of infantry. So good counterattack on his part. Good job, E-Gun. Meanwhile, decapping the back right territory. Allied forces took over the right-hand side, even if the British unfortunately failed to take left. They needed something to fight the infantry, not double Firefly. Probably a Churchill, a Comet, something like that. Also, unfortunately, with the AA they currently have, it's unlikely that they can... It'll be harder to call in like an airstrike or something, because again, they'll just keep crashing. Though, good crash, at least knocked out a building close by Axis lines. Yeah, Axis probably want to grab that back if I was them. Oh, we have an IS-2? Oh, we have an IS-2 on the field. And Bryce has 2 B4s. That was a lucky partisan. What are you talking about? Oh, just escaping, I assume. Oh, yeah, he ran back behind enemy lines. Okay. But anyway, Bryce built 2 B4s, actually. Good B4 shot. Helps knock out the building, and there it goes. Meanwhile, Soviet forces advancing through the hole now. Trying desperately to push on through. Although the Jagdpanzer might just... Nope. Never mind. There's too many Su-85s. Was trying to bring hope to a situation where there probably was none. Honestly. Again, still trying to hold the line the best they can. Oh god. Grenade going out. Su-85 advancing, trying to push them back. Panzerwerfer hitting the target, but alas, it's still alive. They need a Panzer IV or something to put into it. Luckily it is, but, well, the armor's busy fighting the IS-2, so that's an issue. Oh, my IS-2 knocking the main gun off that Panzer IV. Su-85, though, does croak. Oh, they can actually reman it. Panther having a rough time penetrating. British preparing a counterattack. Although Brumbar now moving up. Alright. Panther still giving hell. Oh, B4 hitting the targets back here. Panther knocked out the main gun of the IS-2, pushing it back. IS-2 making a retreat. Oh shoot, they still hold the victory points. This point is oh no, it's been stopped. It's under suppression, which means if the Germans hold this point, they might win the game. They might be able to win it. Look, not to say the Germans will lose this game, because they've been doing very well against the Allies at bringing down the VP points. But this is always a scenario where I'm like, guys, we may be low on VP points, but that doesn't mean we're going to lose this game. Now, I do find it hilarious that the Axis trying to reman the Su-85. Brumbar putting shots on the other Su-85, doing some damage. Pioneer's like, yeah, we're grabbing that Panther truck. We're going to push this back. Sniper's still there, by the way, by Bryce putting shots on a lot, at least trying, I assume, push shots over there. B4 on standby. I like the placement of these. They're far enough back that they shouldn't be necessarily hit, but they can at least still cause damage. Are you hitting here? Ah, just barely missed the building, unfortunately. But good job on the Brits, even though with heavy casualties as seen by the bodies, they at least hold the point. Ostrupen, by the way, all live, all on standby, ready to charge. So I'm assuming they might charge mid in an effort to hold it. Meanwhile, again, we have Ocwieja going around right, although he has a ton of reserves. He doesn't have a huge army. Probably need to pick up some of those weapons, honestly. No harm, no foul. Germans desperately trying to get it back, but the Soviets are just camping it with a flamethrower and be like, nah, you're not taking it. Although, good bomb strike comes in, pushing back the KV. Once again, in a big grouping, maybe spread them out a little bit more. Although, there's no points there, so they could probably move up and take it. Plane going overhead. Again, we do have an artillery by Kit Kat being made, so maybe they counteract the Soviet artillery. Or push them out of mid. That's fine, too. Oh my god, the field officer putting pressure. Almost killed the penal. Oh, did! They killed the unit. Good job. IS-2, though, back up and putting pressure on the force over here. Though King Tiger coming in being like, I'm sorry, what was that, mate? Yeah, you're going down. Oh, bounces the shot. Damn, that sucks for the King. But the King is advancing. Oh, this is going to be a battle between heavies. Yep, King penetrates IS-2. Not so much. Soviets trying to take it. Brumbar's like, that's funny with the half-track pushing him back. Su-85, though, on the flank, although 8 pack gun will probably put an end to that real quick. Army-wise, E-gun still has a huge force. Kit Kat still has a decent-sized army. Oh my god, Ocwieja has nothing. Holy mackerel. He's easily the weak link of the Axis. 520 still has a good force with all the Ostrupen. B4s finally managed to knock out that base, so good job with the B4s. Focusing on actually getting quite a number of kills, so good job there. Katusha coming in, just hitting mid, trying to push back all the infantry and get some kills. Again, if you put it right next to armor, it's a higher chance for the explosion to bounce off the armor and kill it. Firefly trying to come in to break them. Good job once again with the Katusha getting a kill. King Tiger, though, still there. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, what are you doing? Again, a lot of good heavy tanks right now. I don't know what the hell that Brumbar is doing, but it charged the enemy instead of retreating. But meanwhile, Shock Troop's just coming around the left because there's nothing stopping him. Ocwieja, 1,500 manpower. Just absolutely nothing. I'm assuming he's saving up for a King Tiger at this point. Because he has... Nope. I have no idea what he's doing, but right now he has no army and plenty of manpower. So right now he is absolutely the weakest link. Half-track breaking apart. Axis desperately trying to hold the front, but being pushed back. Hell, Shock Troops just rushing up enemy lines, killing everything. All Ostrupen are biting in. He might actually lose a squad to him. He will lose a squad to him. And yeah, the artillery got knocked out. Meanwhile, again, flame attack going on the half-track, killed by the IS-2. Conscripts taking mid. King Tiger being pushed back by lots of Royal Engineers with Piats. Again, even the biggest Tigers could be... Oh, good Stuka, though. Oh, maybe not. It does a little damage, not too much. They still have enough to keep on the attack. Although they're being brought right into an MG, so they will be suppressed. Maybe the King Tiger can kill them then. Centaur on standby, stop infantry. Firefly pulling on back. Mine, I believe a German mine actually kills their own equipment, which is quite hilarious. Panzergrenadiers and Panthers and everything else just trying to hold the front. What? Once again, Ocwieja. Okay, he's building up an army. Okay. I don't know what the hell you're doing, but you were doing great, and then you lost everything. And then you build it up again, and you lost everything again. So maybe try, because the Allies are slowly building up, and they're actually doing quite well. The Axis are now on the back foot, honestly. With probably half the army size the Allies do. But it's if they can just decap it for a small portion of time, they got it. Oh, good B4 shot. There goes the Panther. I believe that was a B4 shot. Wait, was it a B4 shot? I think it was. Oh, yep, vehicle destroyed. Okay. Also, I love the Vet 3 B4. Yes. We have a strike coming in. Oh, it's railway. Well, guess what? The problem with railway is they move out of the way. It's meant for one position. Panther can't hold it all that armor by itself. Yep, there it goes. Now there's a huge opening for the IS-2 and everything to charge on in. IS-2 knocking out the Osttroop, and oh my god. Panzerwerfer dying. King Tiger still needs repairs. It's nowhere near close to being brought back up. Railway hitting this target over here, but as long as they walk around it, they're totally fine. Putting a lot of pressure on that Panther. Again, more long-range shots on the S-285. B4 hitting the medical post now. God damn. Almost hitting the King as well. KV 8 coming up, just doing a lot of damage against the Sturms. And pretty much any infantry unit, there's a Panther firing. So he is trying to help. But the Axes have pretty much been pushed back at this point. It was a good game, but I feel like they definitely had a weak link that kind of brought them down, unfortunately. But they were so close. Some better management of guarding that left-hand side probably would have helped them out. Can they come back? Oh my god, there's so many Fireflies, Centaurs, KV-8s, S-285s. Yeah, any infantry or armor assault is pretty much going to be met with that. B4 coming on in. I think got something right there. Katusha coming out of the Osttroop and getting another kill on it. God damn, he's losing a lot of Osttrooping. Look, I know you can always rely on Osttrooping, but in this situation, it made it be a little too much. Soviets bringing in... Oh, God, something... Oh, no, it was a trench. Soviet forces and then British forces advancing upon the German lines. Germans desperately trying to stop it, but there's way too much. Good missile shot, hitting the King. Fireflies might engage with the partisans. Alright, again, the artillery's now been knocked out. All the infantry randomly is going to be pushed back. Like, again, all the, like, it's very easily gonna, like, there's too little German infantry. They're just going to be pushed. King is making a retreat, another Panther coming on in. And Allies just continue their advance. Stuka being knocked out in the far back. Oh, God. Although S-25 being killed. Again, they may have overextended at this point. Since there's so many of them so far back, he just knocked out 2 of them. B4 missing. Missing again. Again, luckily that the tanks are putting pressure. Might be able to kill the KV-8. Firefly, though, putting pressure on them. But unfortunately, they're being back up with the remaining Allied forces, so that might be an issue. Panzer headquarters trying to stop the infantry. They still have this Firefly to worry about. Jagdpanzer engaging. Again, they could counterattack theoretically. He has tons of manpower. Look, Ocwieja, what are you doing? Your allies are still they're still trying so much. They actually might get 2 kills here. Missiles do stop the King. Firefly still, again, they're worried about counterattack, I assume. Panther might kill the... Oh, misses the shot. Bouncing off the King. Get the King out of there, man. Oh, wait, you can't blitz. Oh, B4 knocked out his main gun. Damn. Unlucky. Bounce, though. Oh, okay. Misses the second shot. That's good. Fireflies made up for the kill. Jagdpanzer, Panzer IV, Osttroop, move in there. Save the King. Save the dream. Main gun destroyed. That's a good hit. Jagdpanzer could have finished it, but better to keep it alive. But yeah, allies took some losses, but overall, they're about to get a lot if they can reman some of this stuff and they use it against the Axis. But it's funny because the Axis still have the right-hand side. So all they need to do is theoretically... Hold on. Can they deploy anything? No, they can't. I was going to say deploy something, grab this point, GG. B4s, by the way, doing very well for themselves. Always will give a shout out to B4s. IS-2 as well, 31 kills. Let's see. Connor X has a very good infantry. And a decent Firefly that's been doing some damage. Some good conscripts. Yeah. E-Gun still has some good Panzer Fusiliers and men on defense, though again, we have a recon going out, so I'm assuming more B4 shots coming in. Lots of still, again, plenty of good infantry. B4 shots coming on in, trying to kill the... Oh! 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 God damn! Well, that's GG right there. And they surrender, with Katyushas killing the rest of their infantry. I'm like, you know what? Maybe the Axis forces can come back from this. Nope. Absolutely not. Sorry. It's like completely, utterly destroyed by that B4 shot. Yeah. Good job there. Good job, guys. Anyway, good counterattack by the Allies. They were down, and again, they didn't have a lot of victory points, but they showed that a good counterattack, some good placements can definitely lead the way. Ocwieja just went balls deep on them, and unfortunately with retreating just lost everything. And I feel like just was a... Hold on, let me double check his rank. He's actually one of the better players. Like, again, you could, as much as people give shit to, like, let's say this player Kit Kat for like, oh, he's not even 1 prestige. This guy's nearly 2 and he still didn't know, like, he still wasn't keeping his army alive. So take that. So again, and by the way, I even have bad games. Like, again, I'm not the best player, but you can still have a bad game. But still, that was a really bad game for him. Overall, Axis did really well. I loved E-Gun's forces and artillery. Did very well for himself. 520 lost a lot of men, but goddamn, was Ostroopen were holding the line pretty well, and that shows via damage. Bryce coming back, a lot of damage and a lot of kills against Ocwieja. Same thing with Jimmy. Although even though he got most damage, Miller got most kills, and I'm assuming that's because, hold on. Yeah, the KVs and the IS-2. Like, this KV is 55 kills. It is doing work. While the IS-2 currently has 35, so good job there. In any case, guys, that's game. Again, hopefully you guys had a good holiday, and yeah, hopefully everything worked out for you, all of you, for Halloween and the days since, or like the days afterwards. Because again, now it's Thanksgiving. Although if I see any, I swear to God, because usually it happens right after Halloween. If I see any Christmas decorations out, I'm gonna riot. No Christmas decorations till after Thanksgiving. It's a hard, fast rule. All right. All right, everyone agree? Okay, cool. Awesome. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the holiday, and yep, bug splat. So we'll end it there. This has been Greyshot17, and I'll see you guys next time. Hello everyone, and before you go, I want to thank the October patrons, which include GTA, Jakub, Spartycus, Ace, Aldo, Lopez, Chris Bailey, Folkvard, jrchicklis, Ollie, Pyroshark, Rifle, Streakingwookie, Joey G, 240, Josh, Milam, and Mustaach. Thank you all so very much for your amazing support. This has been Greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and we'll see you next time.